Sup peeps, Sunny here. This is the T-X0, the really affordable planar magnetic headphones. Now these are actually a Massdrop exclusive mod of Fostex T50RP MK2, the same headphones used to create Mad Dogs, but of course MrSpeakers doesn't make them anymore, and now we're on the third iteration of the T50s, the Mark IIIs. I almost sort of wish Massdrop decided to go with the Mark IIIs just to see what they can pull off, but the Mark IIs still have great potential. Not to mention the fact that there's so many well-documented mods for the T50RP in general to sift through online. Now, the Massdrop Edition T50s come in a very stealthy all-black colorway, besides the suspension headband. They're a semi-open back pair of headphones, meaning yes, there is sound leaking through the vents on the outside of the cups, so your music is not totally isolated to the comforts of whatever is going on in your head, but it's actually nothing too bad in terms of leakage. But on a real note, you don't really expect to go anywhere public with these, do you? In terms of build quality, this thing looks and feels like a tank. Pretty retro design even. It comes with velour pads that are soft and plush, making it really comfortable on the head, and I think it kind of helps with the fact that the clamping on the headphones is just right. Not too tight for someone who wears glasses like myself, but tight enough to sit comfortably on the head and not leak everywhere. There's only two things I think are amiss in any way. One being the shoddy cable, which by the way has a twist lock feature, and the other is the suspension headband. It just feels extremely cheap and the headband feels nothing like leather, but that doesn't mean it doesn't add to the comfort. So now we're getting to the big question. What is the point in getting the T-X0s? What did Massdrop really do to the T50s and the way that it sounds? Well, for starters, they added filters and materials in front of and behind the driver. The result is a flattened mid-range with a bit of a boost in the bass and upper mids. To me, this sounds dark. I do hear the bass, and after a bit of a burn-in, it's not at all muddy and doesn't compromise the mid-range. However, it's not thumping, nor is it exaggerated as with other headphones. Comparing it to the M50X, and the bass is totally not there, at least in terms of balance. But hear me out, the bass on the T-X0s sounds thick and wider compared to the M50X, and the overall timbre across all frequencies is just different, and I think that has to do with the drivers. This is what really got me excited about these, because I've never listened to a pair of planar magnetic headphones before these, and I could instantly tell a difference in timbre compared to dynamic drivers. The planar drivers are just faster and have better transient response. Everything just sounds sharper. The soundstage is decent for the budget, but these have some solid separation. Now, I don't really expect most people to like these right out of the box. Like I said, these are pretty dark, still plenty of clarity when it comes to vocals, but much like how people nowadays are into saturated images and colors, people nowadays are into that sweet sub bass. Of course, that's the beauty of the T50RP. You can modify them to sound the way that you want it to, and by doing so, you can learn a lot about headphone design and how they work. Obviously, the driver is completely different compared to most headphones, but you get the point. Aside from that, if you're interested at all about planar drivers and how they compare to dynamic driver headphones, these are an introduction to that level of awesomeness. Of course, you don't have to go for the Massdrop edition. There are plenty of other modded T50RPs and even the Mark IIIs, which arguably sound better than the Mark IIs for the same cost. But that about wraps it up for this one. I'm Sunny, that's my word, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.